so it's week 2 of the session. I was fortunate after I lost my election that Lisa Byers from OPAL reached out and asked if I was willing to help the Pea Patch Community Campus Project solidify about $7.8 million worth of capital funding from the legislature and be kind of a contract lobbyist. So I said, sure, sounds good. And I was here with Suzanne Olson today, and we met with 2 or 3 different legislators, and we're submitting our capital ask. We've got Senator Lovelet, and this will be Deborah Lekanoff's bill in the House. It's going to be her only capital project, which is exciting. Alex Rammel will join on, and then they'll have a companion ask for Ways and Means for a capital allocation in the Senate with Liz. So that's the start of it. And then it's also Pharmacy Day. So I'm on the legislative steering committee or legislative committee for the Washington State Pharmacy Association. So I popped in a meeting with them today and kind of go through the day and see what's going on. Yesterday was doing a little work for the Orcas Recycling Services, the Exchange. Met up with Recycle Washington, Heather Trim, and we went to a couple meetings on litter and changing the path for packaging and the responsibility for who pays for it so we can increase our actual recycling rates in the state of Washington. So that's kind of a quick little snippet.
You enjoy lobbying?
It's fun to be in Olympia. I love it. It's great, and the people are really great here, and there's just a vibe. And if you walk around campus between the Capitol and the Supreme Court building and the 2 House and Senate rooms, there's just all sorts of pockets of activity. And I think we have a great system, great democracy, and Washington does it really well. And it's just cool to be back here and doing a little bit that I can to help our community and help people. This Pea Patch project is something that's super important to me, and it's a really unique opportunity where we're going to find permanent homes for the food bank, Orcas Family Resource Center, and build 20 low-income housing projects or homes that are going to with supportive services. So it's the full soup to nuts program. As a business owner in Eastsound, the fact that we can house people and give them a way to move themselves to a stable environment that opens up workforce access. We're all looking for housed employees. And then just, I think one of the biggest things we're trying to do down here is that everyone thinks of San Juan County as the Nantucket or the Martha's Vineyard or the rich people escape for Seattle, for Washington. And while we have people who have a lot of means, there's also a lot of people who don't. And I think it's around 50% of our community actually qualifies to get food from the food bank. 50% of our kids are could be or are on assisted lunch. So there's a lot of work to do to kind of level the playing field and give folks an opportunity to education, housing, jobs, et cetera. So it's all the stuff I have passion about, and it's really fun to run into old friends and get some hearings in. And I'm running a bill for our pharmacy, House Bill 1009, which allows right now my wife and I and a few other people that own pharmacies but aren't pharmacists aren't allowed to serve in this board, and it seems undemocratic to me to be one of 10 people in an entire state who couldn't serve. So some friends of mine helped me drop a bill, and it went out of committee. So there's just a lot of stuff going on every day, and it's been a lot of fun. On day 2 for me.
Now, you had geared up and spent, I guess, the better part of a year getting ready for a return to the county council and all that work, full-time plus job right there on top of the pharmacy. Where's all that where's that energy going to go now? What's the next step for you?
Well, we'll see. I enjoy being in Olympia, so at least through April, I'll be here every week or every other week, and there's that. And I really need to focus on our business, the pharmacy, and we're really struggling on the RX department side for getting reimbursements. So I need to dig in deep and figure out how we can work with insurance companies to not only say screw us, but not pay us fair wages or fair amounts for the medications that we're doing, and also how do we provide long-term expansive services so we can offer access to care for everyone who can't get into a hospital or a doctor or clinic at any given time. So it's just how do we make our business better while supporting the community, and Ray's has always got to be a place 20 years from now that's still solvent because we're the only pharmacy on the island, and we need to figure out a way to make local independent rural pharmacy work. So my energy will be there for a while. I think I'm going to travel a little bit maybe. So it's going to be an interesting year. I'm kind of looking at what comes my way. I don't really have any blinders on or any restraints. Like I said, I'm going to focus on the business at home and play Olympia a little bit and have some fun down here, and then just kind of what comes my way. I don't really have any in-depth or detailed plans for the future.
And how are you doing personally after the loss of that election?
Great. I mean, it's like every door closes and another one opens, and I took off for a couple weeks after the election and kind of cleaned my head out, but I've never been happier. So maybe the whoever the fate or God or whatever you believe in already had a path set for me and it wasn't running. And if I could provide service in our community or somewhere else, then that's what I want to do. So I'm doing better than I ever have. So super excited.